Good morning, afternoon, or evening from whenever or wherever you are watching this video from. I am Jack Adamas, back with my Premier League football predictions. Game week 17, episode 17. Let's get straight into it. Just want to start this week's video by saying Merry Christmas to everybody who's going to be celebrating it next week. I won't see you till Boxing Day, so I hope you all have a great Christmas. And what I want for Christmas this year is I want you to subscribe to that YouTube channel. So get subscribing, guys. Thank you. We start game week 17 with the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday, which sees Aston Villa hosting Man City. Now, Aston Villa did find their feet again this season and were on a 3-game winning streak before they lost to Nottingham Forest last weekend. But they do know with a victory here, they will leapfrog Man City in the Premier League and they could end this weekend in the top 4. Man City do come into this with only 1 win in their last 11 matches in all competitions, and they did lose last time out to their local rivals Man United, where they conceded 2 very late goals in that one. But they will be coming here confident as they've only beaten Newcastle more times than Aston Villa in the Premier League era. This will be a tight game which could end in a draw, but I am going to go for Man City to win in this one in a hard-fought 2-1 victory. And to start the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we have Brentford at home to Nottingham Forest. Now, Brentford did bow out of the Carabao Cup midweek and they did suffer back-to-back defeats for the first time this season. However, they will be returning home where they have picked up a staggering 96% of their points so far this season at the G-Tech. Nottingham Forest currently sit 4th in the Premier League and they show balls to come back and beat Aston Villa last time out with 2 late goals in that one, and they will be coming into this one high on confidence, knowing that they could get a victory against Brentford here. 14 out of Brentford's 16 games so far this season has produced both teams to score. I don't think this will be any different here, as I can see Brentford winning here 2-1. Next up, we have Ipswich at home to Newcastle. Now, Ipswich did get a much-needed win last time out with an injury-time winner against Wolves, which secured them only their 2nd win of the season, but they do still find themselves in the relegation zone. Newcastle have seemed to finally find their shooting boots, and they've scored 7 goals in their last 2 matches, but they do currently still sit 12th in the Premier League, and they will be looking to build on that, and they will be definitely looking to get the win in this one. Newcastle already lost 1 of their last 22 matches against newly promoted sides. I don't think that will change here, as I reckon Newcastle will get the victory here in a 3-1 win. And the last 3 o'clock kickoff sees West Ham at home to Brighton. Now, West Ham have gone 2 games unbeaten for only the 3rd time this season with that draw away to Bournemouth last time out. On the plus side for them, though, they have won 3 of their last 5 home matches, and they only have 1 defeat in there, which is against Arsenal. Brighton are struggling of late and are winless in their last 4 matches. However, on the plus side for them, they haven't lost away to West Ham in all of their 7 Premier League meetings. Brighton are winless in their last 10 visits to the capital, but I think that will change this time round, as I can see Brighton winning here in a 2-0 victory. The 5:30 kickoff on Saturday is the London derby between Crystal Palace and Arsenal. Now, these 2 sides played out a 3-2 win for Arsenal in the Carabao Cup midweek, where Oliver Glasner said after the game that his side showed too much respect for Arsenal. I do agree with him on that one, and they do need to play better if they're going to try and get their 2nd win on home soil this season. Arsenal, they come here off back-to-back draws in the Premier League, which leaves them 6 points off Liverpool, and Liverpool do have a game in hand, so Arsenal cannot afford to drop any more points this season. Arsenal have won the last 5 head-to-heads between these 2 sides, and I can see it being a familiar story here, as Arsenal lead with the 3 points with a 2-0 victory. Moving on to Sunday at 2 p.m, where we have Everton at home to Chelsea. Now, the Friedkins Group takeover of Everton was officially announced earlier this week, so now there is some real pressure on Sean Dyche if he can't start getting some W's on the board. Chelsea come into this game on red-hot form as they have won their last 8 games in all competitions, and they are now unbeaten in their last 10 matches. Also on top of that, since May, no Premier League side has picked up more points than Chelsea in the Premier League. But with that being said, Chelsea have only won 1 of their last 6 visits to Goodison Park. Everton have won the other 5, so they will have the psychological edge going into this one. But Chelsea are just too strong at the moment, and I can see them winning here 3-1. And on Super Sunday at 2 p.m, we have Fulham hosting Southampton. Now, Fulham continuously show each week that they are contenders for those European spaces, and with a draw away to Liverpool last weekend, they only have 1 defeat now in their last 8 matches, with 3 wins and 4 draws in that time. On the contrast to that, Southampton are now on a 7-game winless run with 6 losses and 1 draw to their name, and after they sacked Russell Martin last Sunday, they'll have Simon Rusk in the dugout for this one. Fulham have taken the lead, a joint best in the Premier League this season 12 times, and it'll be unlucky 13 for Southampton in this one, as Fulham win here 3-0. Also at 2 p.m, we have Leicester at home to Wolves. Now, Leicester did start off life under Ruud van Nistelrooy very well with a win and a draw in his first 2 matches, but he was brought back down to earth with that hammering where they lost 4-0 away to Newcastle last weekend. Wolves will have their new manager Vitor Pereira in the dugout for this one, and he'll be looking to do what he's done at 4 of his previous 5 clubs, and that is win his first game in charge in a 1-0 victory. This game does feature 2 of the 3 leakiest defences in the Premier League this season, and I think both teams will score in this one, but I think Leicester will get the better of Wolves in a 2-1 victory. And the last 2 o'clock kickoff on Sunday sees Manchester United at home to Bournemouth. Now, Manchester United did get knocked out of the Carabao Cup on Thursday after that crazy game of football in a 4-3 defeat to Spurs. A positive for Manchester United though, they are scoring a lot of goals. A negative for Manchester United though, they are conceding a lot more goals. Bournemouth do currently sit 6th in the Premier League, and they come here on a run of 3 wins and a draw to their name. They do know that if they get a victory here and results go their way, they could end this game week in the top 4. I think this will be another high-scoring Manchester United game, but I think they will get the better of Bournemouth here in a 3-2 victory. And for game of the weekend on Sunday at 4:30, it is Spurs versus Liverpool. Spurs won on Thursday to send them through to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, and Ange did say that he wins something in his second season, so that is still on the cards for them to do so. They do come into this one though with only 3 days rest. Liverpool also qualified midweek for the Carabao Cup, which now means they have won 20 of their 23 games in all competitions this season, with only that one defeat. They also showed champions mentality last weekend as they came from behind twice with 10 men to draw against Fulham. Spurs have lost 9 of their last 11 matches where they've played the top side of the Premier League on the day. I believe it will be 10 come full time, where Liverpool winning 3-1 away from home in this one. And for my extra game this weekend, it is on Saturday at 8 p.m. It is first v second in La Liga as Barcelona host Atletico Madrid. Barcelona were flying at the beginning of the season, but now they've only picked up 5 points out of a possible 18 in their last 6 matches. And with Atletico Madrid winning their last 11 games in all competitions in a row, this will be a fiery game. I'm pretty sure there'll be a red card in this one, and I can see Barcelona winning here 2-0. Thank you very much if you are still here at the end of my video. I really do appreciate the love and support I've been getting from you guys. Please do continue to like, share, follow, but most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a good weekend, guys, and remember, if you don't shoot, you can't score. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.